the Batman. Or should I say, the Batmen. So in 2021, it seems like we are getting two, count them, dose Batman-related projects. We are getting Zack Snyder's version of Justice League, which features Ben Affleck's Batman as a central character. You could argue he is the main character of the movie. And then also in 2021, we are getting the highly anticipated Robert Pattinson Batman movie directed by Matt Reeves. There have been years where we've had like multiple Batman movies in a year. I remember back in 2016 there was like 4 or 5 Batman movies, but like one of them was live action and like the other 3 were animated. I think one of them was that Killing Joke animated movie that no one liked. But next year we're going to get something we thought we would never see, even with Spider-Man, with all the stuff going on with Marvel and Sony every other week. We're getting 2 live-action Batman-related stuff. We're getting the Justice League version, and we're getting the Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson Batman movie. So with the announcement of the Zack Snyder Justice League cut, or is it the Snyder cut? I'm not sure what we're calling it. I remember looking at the picture, and it said like Zack Snyder's Justice League. So that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Zack Snyder's Justice League. But since this is coming and there's assuming that they're going to be filming new footage with Ben Affleck as Batman, the question has been asked by some people, is this going to affect Robert Pattinson's Batman movie? The short answer, probably not. Probably not. It seems like even though they're going to be doing the Zack Snyder Justice League, Ben Affleck has stated multiple times that he has no real interest in returning to the role. He has lost his passion for it, and he feels like it's time for someone new to take on the mantle, to take on the cowl, to run around in the big old cape in Gotham City, beating up criminals, but not killing them, just ruthlessly beating them to a pulp until all their bones are broken and they can't even move, but not killing them. And if you ask me, Robert Pattinson himself seems pretty hyped up to play Batman. I know there was a lot of controversy about him not working out, but, you know, I didn't take it too seriously because Robert Pattinson is real life, really handsome troll man. So I didn't take the idea seriously of him not working out. Man, there's all this stuff that we saw before showing that he's ready for the role, man. He's jogging. He was doing like training. He was doing that Brazilian jiu-jitsu. He was training with like the guy who trained John Wick to like move around and shit the way he did. So, and he looks pretty good for the role, man. They're trying to do a younger Batman. They want to go younger. Robert Pattinson's younger. It seems like they really want to do what they want to do with this role. What am I trying to say right now? The point is, Robert Pattinson's really looking forward to being Batman. I feel like 2021 could be a very massive year for DC films and DC in general, because you have this Zack Snyder Batman Justice League. It's not a Batman movie. Zack Snyder's Justice League movie, and then you have the Robert Pattinson Batman film. And if both of these things can turn out successful and they can turn out well for DC and Warner Brothers, this would be considered a win on their part, because it shows like, hey, I know on paper the idea of having two live action Batmans in 1 year would be a bad idea. It would be what's that word? Influx of Batmans. It would be like an influx of Batman, but we can work this out, because here's the thing. One of those films will be on a streaming service, and the other is actually going to go to theaters. And even though everyone has a streaming service, not everyone is going to have HBO Max. You know, there's going to be those 10 or 2 people in your neighborhood that's not going to have the latest streaming service. Most people just stick with Netflix and Hulu. Not everyone has made the move to Disney Plus. Not everyone has made the move to whatever the hell CBS's streaming service is. Most people, like me, just stick with Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus, because The Mandalorian and Clone Wars final season. It kind of reminds me of like when Justice League was coming out, they announced that the Punisher Netflix show was going to be debuting the same night that Justice League was coming out. And I had a friend who was like, oh shit, man, the Punisher's gonna be on Netflix, Justice League is done for. And it's just like, bro, one is a movie in theaters, and the other is a show on a streaming service. They are not they are not connected. One does not affect the other. The reason why I say this is because there are people who are concerned that because of this Zack Snyder Justice League movie, it's going to affect the Robert Pattinson Batman movie. People think it's going to get canceled. Some people think that Robert Pattinson's actually been fired from the Batman because of the Zack Snyder cut, and they're just going to bring in Ben Affleck. And it's like, why would they want to do that? They've already invested so much time into the movie as it is. They filmed, I think, a quarter of the movie, according to Matt Reeves, and once all this COVID-19 stuff has calmed down, they're probably going to start back up filming that movie. And it seems like they've gone full on board with Robert Pattinson. They've already have sequels and planned for him, so it doesn't seem like they're just going to ditch him for Ben Affleck, who doesn't even want to play the character anymore. I don't know how true this is, but they've also confirmed and unconfirmed. Well, they've said that they eventually want to include Mr. Pattinson. Sorry, I'm going to call him Pattinson. They want to include Pattinson in the greater Justice League and incorporate him and have him interact with the other DC characters, you know, like Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, Jason Momoa, Aquaman, The Flash, Shazam, and whoever the hell's playing Superman. I don't know. I that's all I can say, because that's basically all the DC universe has right now. They don't have like a large roster of characters, because really all they have at the moment is Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Shazam, and I guess The Flash. I don't know. That's all they really got right now, but it seems like they're really trying to like change things at the moment. They're really trying to like soft reboot the DC universe, man. They're trying to change things, which is why I feel like, going a little off topic, I feel like this Flash film that's eventually going to come out will probably be like a Flashpoint style thing where they do a soft reboot of the DC universe, kind of like X-Men Days of Future Past style, but you know, it's DC and Flashpoint because it's different. I assure you guys, please trust me. Anyway, personally, I don't think the return of Ben Affleck's Batman with Zack Snyder's Justice League will affect Robert Pattinson's Batman, because I feel like personally we could live in a world where both Batmans of different styles and visions and takes can live harmlessly or peacefully. I don't know. Yeah, they can live peacefully and live in harmony for all to enjoy. But anyway, that was my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. What are your thoughts on there being 2 live-action Batman coming out this next year? You can sound off in the comments. I will most likely reply to you, because I try to reply to you. Matter of fact, no, I will reply to you. If I don't reply to you, point that out to me. But anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.